Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to the Serra Automotive High School Game of the Week. We are at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga for a non-region matchup between the B.B. Comer Tigers, unbeaten 5-0 on the season, ranked number 1 in Class 2A, as they take on the Sacs Wildcats. Sacs going the other direction. They're 0-5 on the season. This team made the playoffs last year, Zach. Sacs did, and you remember Vincent and B.B. Comer played a year ago, and B.B. Comer won that game, but it was a very difficult game. The next week, they moved up to Sacs in Anniston and didn't score a point. So Coach Fawcett and his team is looking forward to this game tonight.
Yeah, they definitely are, and going into this game as a favorite, they're definitely looking to make their record 6-0.
Yeah, B.B. Comer, as we mentioned, ranked number 1 in the state of Alabama in high school football. The Sacs Wildcats are 0-5 on the season. And, Zach, you look at some of the team comparisons, and B.B. Comer rushing for over 214 yards a game to Sacs 111 yards a game. B.B. Comer scoring 25.6 points a game, and Sacs just 6 points a game.
Yeah, 6 points a game. That's not too good. But if you look at the passing yards per game, Comer, as we know, is a very run-dominant offense. So they have 47.8 passing yards per game to Sacs 93. So the passing game might turn this game around for Sacs.
Could. And last week, Harvey had a fantastic game for B.B. Comer, threw for a couple of touchdowns and run for 2 more. And B.B. Comer easily beating Vincent 36-0 on a Thursday night game. And that was the most complete game, Zach, that B.B. Comer had played all year, 4-quarter football.
Yeah, definitely. And, you expected a lot more challenge from Vincent after the year before, taking it to that close of a game. But Comer just went in there and took care of business.
So B.B. Comer tonight with a non-region contest. They step out of region play to take on Sacs, and talk with Coach Fawcett. We're going to get him up in just a minute with the Coach's Corner segment, but he feels that B.B. Comer has got to be balanced in their run and pass attack tonight, and we'll see what happens there. And of course, you start with the fine running back number 23, Kamori Harris.
Yeah, and Kamori Harris is definitely type of person to carry an offense and defense. As we know, he's a linebacker as well as a running back. And, Comer's run-dominant offense, they're very good running the ball, but when they do air the ball out, which is very rarely, they can connect on some big plays.
No doubt about it. B.B. Comer and Sacs from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. We've got the kickoff coming up in just a bit. We're joined next by Coach Adam Fawcett, the head football coach and athletic director at B.B. Comer High School, sponsored by Lori Darings in Fayetteville and in Childersburg. Up next, Coach Adam Fawcett. Fawcett Show brought to you by the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. B.B. Comer for the 3rd week in a row, ranked number 1 in Class 2A, and it was a showdown between two 2A powers last week at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga on a Thursday night. All eyes were on B.B. Comer, ranked number 1, and Vincent, ranked number 6, and it wasn't competitive very long. Coach, good morning.
Good morning. Man, we came out and played well. Played good football last Thursday, and just, to come out and get a stop early and then take the ball down the field and score. And you score the first 5 times you touch the ball, don't give up a score. So just played well in all facets of the game, offense, defense, special teams. Just impressed with some of our guys, impressed with some guys that you don't normally hear. De'Arian Riley, freshman for us, caught a touchdown, and he's been improving and playing well. And then we have a freshman, Christian Jemison, on the defensive side that stepped up and played well for us. So, and again, that's pressure from, you gotta raise your standard because you're out there playing with seniors. So those guys stepped up, had a lot of other guys play well, and I thought Devin threw the ball well and ran the ball well, made good decisions, and we were able to pull away with a win.
Devin Harvey, the senior quarterback at B.B. Comer, was able to throw the ball effectively, and that's something you've been working on all season.
Yeah, he threw the ball pretty well. The difference in 2 weeks, because at Ranburne, just didn't throw the ball well at all. Overthrew, underthrew, made some bad reads, and then last week he's I think totals was 8 of 11 for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then he rushed for 2 touchdowns. He threw for a 2-point conversion, and rushed for a 2-point conversion. So he put it all together for a complete game last week, and he's getting better. Like he takes it to heart when he has a bad game. He's going to take it to heart and work on it to get better.
Well, you had the H&H combination, Harris and Harvey, and Harris had a great game offensively and defensively.
Yeah, definitely. He played well. Had some big runs for us. Had some good runs. Made some tackles and did some good things on both sides of the ball. So, he's got more yards this year than he had last year. He's already got 12 or 13 touchdowns. So even with us being able to spread the ball around, he's still getting plenty of carries and plenty of yards. And honestly, it's a good thing because we're looking long term. You know, we would love to play for 10 more weeks. So for us to be successful, everybody has to be healthy. And not having to have him carry the ball 25 times a game helps keep him healthy. You know, when he does carry the ball, he's getting positive yards and he's knocking it off at a big clip. I don't know what his average per carry is, but I would say it's well over 4 or 5 yards a carry, and he's almost at 1,000 yards rushing with 13 touchdowns. So he's doing very, very well on the offensive side. Defensively, he's making tackles. He's probably 8 to 12 tackles a game, and doing things well. So the sky's the limit for him, obviously, on either side of the ball.
Defensively, B.B. Comer throws a shutout, and Vincent's no slouch. They've been scoring a lot of points. They had their starting quarterback who had been hurt. He came back Friday night, but B.B. Comer defensively just had their number all night.
Yeah, defensively we swarmed to the ball, and that's something that we've been working on is getting 11 hats to the ball, and we hadn't done a good job of that in the past couple of weeks. But just getting to the ball, making tackles, wrapping up, and being disciplined. I mean, that was the ultimate thing, is to be disciplined. You do your job, don't try to do too much. Everybody has their own job on the field, no matter what side of the ball you're on. And defensively, we just had to make sure that we understood what our role was.
Did you feel coming out of the dressing room for the kickoff, did you feel like that, hey, our guys are ready to go tonight?
Yeah, I felt like we were ready to go. I felt like we were locked in and ready, and our guys are. Our guys enjoy being able to play at home, obviously, but just the
huge crowd.
Yeah, just the atmosphere when we walked out, and the noise and the fans that were down on the field for the run through, and like that, all of that atmosphere really builds up. So our guys were ready for it. I think our guys, because of last year, our older guys didn't get caught up in the televised part and the big game and the top 10 matchup and all that other stuff. They showed up and played. So I think our experience in playing in big games has helped us out last week in the fact that it just didn't get too big. The stage didn't get too big. We wanted to show up and play football, and that's what we did.
Well, it's a statewide televised broadcast last Thursday night. A lot of eyes on the B.B. Comer football program, and a lot of people got to see just how good this B.B. Comer Tiger football team can be.
Yeah, I've received some calls throughout the state from different people that I know, and just telling us, hey, you guys look good. I think you guys have a chance to go back, and things like that. But we tell our guys this too. When you guys are focused and do what you got to do, you're pretty darn good. So we've got to be able to stay like that, though. We've got to be able to stay focused. We got to be able to stay humble and not get caught up in rankings and not get caught up in the hoopla, so to speak. You know, from a standpoint of an alumni, from the standpoint of a fan, and somebody from the community, it's a great thing. It's good. It's good coffee talk. It's good. It's a lot of good to be able to bring just the attention to the school and things like that. And I appreciate that. But it's kind of like on homecoming. Homecoming is really kind of for everybody else, because if we don't perform on Friday night at homecoming, everybody's sad at the end of it. So we still have to put on a production, and we have to put on a production every week. We have to practice well during the week and prepare every week. And at the end of all this, if we do what we're supposed to do at the end of all this, hopefully we're still standing where we are right now.
B.B. Comer 5-0 on the season, ranked number 1 in Class 2A, and 12 seniors on this team. You talked about this year, even last year, you talked about this year's team, and these 12 seniors are going to be stepping off the stage at some point. But encouraging news is you've got some young kids that's coming up that's really making a difference.
We do. We've got some young guys coming up that are playing well. We've got a little junior group that's going to be tough and be able to be some leaders for us. And excuse me. And we've had even that junior class, like Michael Kirksey has really stepped up and played well lately. And he's been, early on in the season, he was kind of a question mark for us because can we trust you? Can we put you in there and play you? So he stepped up and played well. Rayleon Sims and Richard Weed are definitely leaders in that junior class. So those guys are seeing, hey, we've got another year and we can continue this thing going. So the big thing for us is we've got to develop some linemen coming up. If you look at my starting offensive line right now, you're starting 4 seniors and a sophomore.
Yeah.
So that's a glaring thing coming up in the future. But we have some young guys that could fill those spots, and Jacorian Borden, Tylen Parrish are kids that could fill those spots, and we're tough on them. Like it's, Tylen sometimes he's like, you're so tough on me. That's because you got to play next year. So those guys have to get better. They have to improve and continue to get better for us. Jacob Swain is a freshman that's come in for us that was not with us last year. And he's learning the system and getting more snaps and understanding a lot better. So we've got those guys. Obviously, Christian Jemison, De'Aaron Riley are going to be mainstays for us. They're freshmen, so they'll have 3 more years. And those two are learning. Trial by fire. They're learning the tough way. So they get thrown in there, and at practice, the seniors, they stay on them and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Turn the clock back a year. You're coming off a scintillating, dramatic win over Vincent. You go on the road to Anniston to take on Sachs, and you said it numerous times, we didn't even get off the bus. Well, you got Sachs coming to town tomorrow night, and that's something that's kind of stayed with you for a year, hasn't it?
It has. I'm one of those coaches that, if we go out and play our best game and it's not enough, then hey, I can work with that. But when we go out and just don't play and have no emotions, no effort, no energy, that sticks with me. And that's what happened last year. We got off the bus, but we didn't get off the bus. And for us to come off such a high and then just lay an egg, literally, because we got shut out. That was tough, and it was a game that as a coaching staff going into it, we felt like we could compete and possibly win that game. So we wanted to, go and compete. That's the goal when you line up, when they turn the lights and the scoreboard on, So we do, and I've brought that up all week as far as being focused, as far as it's a non-region week, but it's still a game, and they still keep score. And
Childersburg beat Sachs last week, and what kind of team has Sachs got this year?
Sachs is struggling right now, and as crazy as it sounds, they could be a very dangerous team that's sitting at 0-5. They've got athletic ability. They have size. Quarterback is a big kid, runs hard, throws the ball well. He's a freshman. He can throw the ball 60 yards. I mean, he can spin it when he wants to. So, but they've got new coaching staff, new head coach, and I think they're just trying to figure everything out. And I think once they figure everything out, they'll be okay. But we've got to play well. We got to come in and play. You know, you can't just kind of sleep on them. And then again, you have to play the psychology game, because the advantage I have is, hey, y'all didn't play well last year. You got beat. The disadvantage I have is Childersburg just beat them, and we beat Childersburg. So in a 16-year-old's mind is, well, a team we beat just beat them, so they can't be that good. Well, no, they can be that good. So, you know, you have to go back to on paper, we're supposed to win, but we don't play on paper.
Before we go this morning, the last several years, B.B. Comer's had a lot of press, this year included. Got microphones everywhere. You got TV, you got radio, you got print media, you got moms and dads. And how are you keeping this team balanced, grounded?
We talk about it a lot. I talk about it, especially with the older guys. And one thing, I think our older guys just kind of just keep on going. They aren't fans of the camera when it comes down to interviews. They love the camera. Excuse me. They love the camera when it's plays, you know, and things like that. But I think it's just being able to stay focused and being able to continue to move forward. These guys have a goal, and we got to a point last year that we hadn't been in a long time, and these kids had never been, and I had never been. And we got there and felt what it was like, and we kind of liked it up until the very last second of the game. And the focus now is, hey, we got a chance. Let's go back and do that again and change that last outcome. So that's our goal.
Yeah, and it's a big night tomorrow night, special night for the alums and all that kind of stuff. And you know, B.B. Comer is a heavy favorite over Sacs, and this is one of those games that can grab you if you're not careful.
It can. It's one of those games that'll make you nervous. So, and then we have, so with county schools, we have a half day tomorrow, and we're out Monday and all other stuff for race weekend. So, you know, as soon as we're done at 12 o'clock tomorrow, those guys are with me. You know, they don't go home. They don't leave.
Imagine that.
You know, yeah, we're not going anywhere. So I'll have those guys from 12 to 3, and we'll do pregame meal at 3, and then get into our regular schedule. But we have to be calculated in everything that we do to make sure that they are focused and locked in, and you lean heavily on your seniors. You know, I lean heavily on Devin Harvey and some of those other guys, Alex Cunningham, Noah Wimmers of the world. You know, I'll call them in and say, hey, this ain't it. We better get it fixed. And then I get 3 yes sirs, and they walk out the door and they get it fixed. So, but I lean heavily on them, and looking forward to another game. And it seems like these days are rolling pretty quick.
Yeah.
It seems like we just played, now we're playing again. So, and the season's rolling by. Like, this is the midpoint of the season.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We were just playing Dadeville in the exhausting heat.
No doubt about it. Coach Adam Fawcett, head football coach and athletic director at B.B. Comer, as B.B. Comer hosts Sacs tomorrow night, kick 7 o'clock. Tickets, I guess, set up the same way, right?
Same way, GoFan and on site. On site is at the main gate over by the home concession stand.
All right, Sacs Wildcats in town tomorrow night. B.B. Comer hosting Sacs. B.B. Comer ranked number 1 in the state in Class 2A. Coach Adam Fawcett Show brought to you by the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. We've got more daybreak just ahead. Beautiful night for high school football. You see the American flag limply flying because there's no breeze tonight at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. We just had our national anthem brought to you by Sylacauga Glass. And B.B. Comer and Sachs coming up tonight, and all brought to you by the Serra Automotive High School Game of the Week, in part by Sylacauga Glass. Earling's Floors with our first down tonight. State Representative District 33 Ben Robbins, Donahue Physical Therapy, Marble City Pharmacy, Omnia, Coosa Valley Medical Center, Community Funeral Home, Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington, your State Farm agent in Sylacauga on Highway 21, Albia Steers, B.B. Comer Alumni Association, Bandits Bar and Grill, and of course we appreciate all of our sponsors for being a part of high school football tonight at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. B.B. Comer 5-0, ranked number 1 in the state in Class 2A. And they will entertain tonight the Sachs Wildcats, who are 0-5 on the season. We'll come back to Legion Stadium. We've got the starting lineup. Zach will have those when we come back from the break. This is Serra Automotive High School Game of the Week pregame show. High school football here on TV 47 WOIL television, brought to you by Serra Automotive on Highway 280 in Sylacauga, and presented by State Representative District 33 Ben Robbins, Donahue Physical Therapy on West Fort Williams, and Talladega County Commissioner Cindy Pennington. Hope you're enjoying high school football here on TV 47 WOIL television.
You deserve a bonus. Get a new 55-inch 4K TV. Now at Serra Nissan. 3 locations. Buy or lease any new Serra Nissan and get a new 55-inch 4K TV, no charge. Event pricing on every new Nissan. 0% financing for 60 months and make 0 payments till next year. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. So come get your bonus at Serra Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga. Plus, Tony Serra Nissan in Coleman.
Jimmy Dale and Zach back with you from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. We're about 8 minutes away from kickoff time here at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. B.B. Comer, as we mentioned, 5-0 on the season, unbeaten, and really haven't been challenged a whole lot the first half of the season. And the Tigers trying to increase their perfect season mark with a win tonight. And this Sachs team played Childersburg tough last week at John Cox Stadium. They only trailed 12-11 at halftime, but Childersburg won it going away in the second half. And we know that there's some great history with this Sachs football program. B.B. Comer went up there last year and got shut out. And Coach Fawcett said, we didn't even get off the bus against Sachs last year, and they still remember that game, Zach. So they're looking forward to maybe some redemption tonight.
Definitely. Sachs looking to keep the upsets coming, and Comer looking to get revenge.
We got the starting lineup tentatively, offense and defense for B.B. Comer. The starting lineup is brought to you tonight by Donahue Physical Therapy. Zach, you got those.
For the B.B. Comer offense on the line, Chris Wilson, Caden Brown, Alex Cunningham, Seth Barnett, and Ian Denty. Starting quarterback for today, Devin Harvey. Running back, as we all know and love, Kamori Harris. Wide receivers, Raylan Sims and De'Arian Riley. Richard Weed. Fullback, Datrion Wells. And for the defense on the line, Chris Wilson, Angel Ruiz, Alex Cunningham, and Datrion Wells. At the linebacker spots, Noah Wimmer, Kamori Harris. Corners, Christian Jemison and Michael Kirksey. Also on the defense, Raylan Sims and Devin Harvey. And at free safety, Richard Weed.
Kamori Harris averaging 137 yards a game rushing the football for B.B. Comer. And, you start with him, and we saw again last week, they would be gang tackling Kamori Harris, and he'd still be gaining 10 or 12 yards down the field. So they're going to have to slow him down tonight and have a chance to stay in this game.
Definitely. Kamori Harris is running through Sachs' mind right now. And, when you watch him, it takes about 5 or 6 dudes to get him down to the ground. Sachs got to be careful and prevent the run game.
And, of course, Devin Harvey, the senior quarterback, he's 6'2", 190 pounds, and he played probably his best game maybe of his career last week in that win over Vincent. And Harvey threw for a couple of touchdown passes and ran for 2 more. And he's a guy that Coach Fawcett has been working with, trying to get him to throw the football more and throw it more accurately.
Definitely. As I said earlier, run dominant offense, but when they do throw up the ball, Devin Harvey, he's got an arm on him. He's got some really good accuracy, and he's got some very good wide receivers on his side of the ball.
Of course, Raylon Sims and Richard Weed are 2 of those guys. Both of them are juniors, and they'll be back next year. And Raylon Sims, he gets some time at quarterback as well for the Tigers.
He does, and it's always good to have some depth at quarterback.
And defensively, outside of Kamori Harris, you got to look at the defensive end. Chris Wilson, he's a senior, and boy, he's a big guy, and he covers a lot of ground, plays on both sides of the defensive line. They flip-flop him almost every play.
He definitely is. When you have 2 absolute beasts among men that can do anything, you're pretty well set.
B.B. Comer and the Sacs Wildcats coming up from Legion Stadium, and we see the captains for B.B. Comer coming out to the near sideline. And we'll try to pick up those numbers for you as they get closer to head out to midfield. B.B. Comer stepping out of region play tonight to take on Sacs, and they'll be back in region play next week. And we'll talk more about that as we get through tonight's action, as well as we told you about Sacs losing to Childersburg last week, 42-31. And Childersburg led at halftime 12-11, but opened it up in the second half. So we know that Sacs is capable, vulnerable to give up a lot of points and a lot of yards in a football game.
Definitely. They have had some pretty tough teams on their schedule, though.
And for Sacs, you look at their leading rushers, Jamoris Young, number 7. Actually, it is Nick Mixon. He's averaging a little over 91 yards a game rushing the football. He's followed by Jamoris Young with 80 yards per game, and Nick Mixon at 72 yards a game. So they got a lot of people that can run the football, and they're going to need that tonight to keep B.B. Comer's powerful offense off the field. You got the captains for the teams tonight.
Number 3, Devin Harvey. Number 18. These are for Comer. Gabriel Klecker-Newman. Number 74. Number 74, that's Judson Murray. Try to see who the other guy is.
Number 8, you got Newman. And trying to see, 55.
That's 55. And that is Ethan Price, the center. And for Sacs, you have number 6, Nicholas Mixon. Number 54, Tyler Rucker. And number 65, that is Jaquay Judkins.
So the captains meet at midfield as B.B. Comer trying to improve to 6-0. They're ranked number 1 in Class 2A. And the reclassification comes out in November to see if B.B. Comer stays 2A, which they probably will. I know several of the teams in our viewing area is probably going to move to a different classification, including probably the Fayetteville Wolves. Looks like Fayetteville may drop down to 1A next year. But first things first, it's B.B. Comer and Sacs tonight, brought to you by Serra Automotive on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. They got some great deals going on right now at Serra Automotive. B.B. Comer has won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So it looks like Sacs is going to get the football first, as young men from up in Anniston, Alabama will get it first, as B.B. Comer will kick off to the Sacs Wildcats as the high school game of the week, brought to you by Serra Automotive. Also, first quarter action tonight, brought to you by State Representative District 33 Ben Robbins. Of course, Courteous & Son Funeral Home, one of our wonderful sponsors, along with the Marble City Pharmacy, Amia, Coosa Valley Medical Center, Community Funeral Home, Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington, your State Farm agent Albia Steers, B.B. Comer Alumni Association, Bandits Bar and Grill here in Sylacauga. First down by Earlene's Florist. National anthem by Sylacauga Glass. Here come the Tigers out on the field. Got the American flag. I like to see that.
Definitely do, and they look very pumped up for this game, and so is Sachs. You know, you can't count them out. As they beat Comer last year.
Dressed in white and pants and gold jerseys and black helmets. Coach Fawcett concerned about this game because he knows what happened last year, a week after a big win over Vincent, which B.B. Comer had again last week over the Vincent Yellow Jackets to take a pretty strong hold on the particular region that the Tigers in, and let's see what happens tonight. Coach Fawcett in his 5th year as a head football coach of the B.B. Comer Tigers. He inherited a program that was on the rocks and was not doing well at all. And in his 5 years, he's got them into the playoffs the last 2 or 3 years. Went to the finals last year, and they're looking to go back to Tuscaloosa this year for the finals. We held there in Auburn last year. Chris Wilson prepares to kick off for B.B. Comer, and is that going to be important that B.B. Comer makes a statement defensively as we get things started here?
Definitely. They definitely have a very strong defense, fast corners, and tough linebackers. So excited to see how this one pans out. Noah Wimmer kicking it off. And
Kim is taking it at the 20-yard line, actually to the 15, and running it up to about the 30-yard line where the Wildcats will go to work 1st and 10. On the kickoff return is Mario Curry, the senior. So it'll be first down for Sachs from their own 30-yard line. Wildcats have got a big quarterback.
My goodness, that's number 7.
He's a big one, too.
But he definitely is. They run the ball first.
And B.B. Comer swarms the ball carrier down, and nothing happening on that first running play.
It's number 52, Jacorian Borden. Great start play for Comer.
It'll be 2nd down and long.
Number 4, Christian Jemison coming into the game. Raylan
Jamaris
Sims
Young is the quarterback for Sachs number 7. And you said he's a big one. 2nd down and long. He wants to throw it. Being pressured now, throws it in the flat, caught for a short gain up to about the 35-yard line.
That's Christian Smith on the reception. Number 11, Michael Kirksey at corner. Kind of backed off, looked like he was running a deep route, then cut back at the last second, was open for about 5.
3rd and 5 now for Sachs. We're just underway. 11:10 to go in the first quarter. B.B. Comer may have jumped offside, and I think they did. Still going to be 3rd and short.
Like Kamori Harris and another D lineman jumped offline.
It is going to be a first down. They'll move the chains with the 5-yard offside penalty against B.B. Comer, and that drives a coach batty when you have those plays happen.
Pretty good start for Sachs. Got a good reception, about 5 yards. Now you have a first down.
At the Wildcat 41-yard line. Trying to draw B.B. Comer off again. 6-man front. And a little hole across the 45 to the 46-yard line, gain of 4.
Tackled by number 4, Christian Jemison.
Ball carrier's Walker, the senior running back. So it'll be 2nd down and about 5. So Sachs wants to keep the football away from the high-octane B.B. Comer offense.
They also have a very high-octane defense, too.
Yeah. Young, he goes back to Walker again. He gets a yard, and B.B. Comer closed up in a hurry.
And Noah Wimmer and Kamori Harris in on the tackle. Also Chris Wilson.
10-18 in the first quarter. Third down and about 3 for the Wildcats. They send the receiver to the bottom of the screen. They keep with a running play, and B.B. Comer not fooled at all.
Not at all. Stuffed him in the backfield. Number 17 initially to get there on the tackle, Datrion Wells.
Wells is a junior.
Looks like a whole new group coming in for Comer.
Special teams with the punt. And it's fourth down. They lost a couple of yards, so fourth down and 6. Just underway at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. B.B. Comer and Sachs. And a non-region matchup tonight. B.B. Comer loading up like they're going to come after it, and that's a high snap. And whistles blow, and penalty flag is down. And that's going to be a motion penalty against the Wildcats. So I'll move it back 5 more yards. It'll be fourth down and 11 now. I think they realized that B.B. Comer was trying to plan to come after the punt, and it kind of shook them up a little bit, and they've got 8 men on the line now. Now they back out a couple. They're coming right up the middle. He gets a punt away, and it's a pretty good punt. Taken in at the 23-yard line, stumbling forward and breaking some tackles and falling forward to the 39-yard line. Nice run back for B.B. Comer, and that's Richard Weed, the junior.
You see Richard Weed cut up the middle, and if he didn't look like he stumbled and fell there, if he could have cut that to the outside, that could have been a lot more than what it was. But still a pretty good return for Weed.
So first down for B.B. Comer at the 38-yard line. We're just underway. 8:53 to go in the first quarter. And the Tigers wanting to get something going here early on in the football game. Devin Harvey, the senior quarterback, has Kamori Harris back with him. Harvey wants to throw. He's in trouble. He throws it out here in the single coverage caught. 40, 35, 30. And this is a foot race, and it is no race at all. It's Kamori Harris. Easily 1 play and a touchdown for the B.B. Comer Tigers.
Kamori Harris just bullies a man on his route and then just cuts it back in, looking, like effortlessly, like he's not even trying, and gets a very good touchdown and a very good start for B.B. Comer.
71-yard touchdown throw and catch, and he threw into single coverage as Harris just came out of the backfield, and he was one-on-one, and I don't think the defender ever saw the football.
May neither, and looked like he fell down.
So the Tigers with a point after from Noah Wimmer. It's up, and it is true. So with 8:36 to go in the first quarter, B.B. Comer 1 play, 69-yard touchdown throw and catch. The Tigers on the board, leading by a score of 7-0. First quarter action brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home. We're back after this.
All-new Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our remodeled and expanded pharmacy gives us the space to serve more patients. We've added a drive-through window for those times when you don't feel like getting out of your vehicle. And we still offer delivery within city limits. We feature a full line of over-the-counter medications and supplements. And don't forget our stunning new gift department. New building, same great people. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
So B.B. Comer strikes quickly after the defense gives up a first down, and they force a punt. B.B. Comer with Devin Harvey to Kamori Harris for 69 yards. The Tigers on the board 7-0.
Great start for B.B. Comer, and a good start for their defense and offense.
And that's kind of how they scripted it up. They wanted to get out early and put some pressure on the Sachs football team. Wimmer with a short kick this time, and it's going to fall between receiving team, and apparently there's a whistle down offside against B.B. Comer. So you back that up 5 yards and re-kick. Beautiful night for football in downtown Sylacauga, Alabama. B.B. Comer leading Sacs by a score of 7-0. Game time temperature at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga, 76 degrees. Very pleasant night tonight, for sure. But Wilson kicks it away this time and drives it down the middle of the field, bouncing around, still bouncing, picked up at the 20, running laterally, and in trouble, and he's swarmed under at the 19-yard line.
Number 14, De'Arian Riley, and number 6, Cameron Gaddis, there to get him down just behind the 20.
Had trouble deciding what they're going to do with it. McClellan finally picks it up, and he's tackled at the 20-yard line. So, first down and 10 for Sacs, trailing 7-0. 8:27, the clock stopped. As Sacs trying to get something working here, trailing by a score midway in the first quarter. Young, the quarterback. Young wants to throw. Pumps and throwing along the far sideline is incomplete. Excellent cover. Now they throw a flag down it. Man, that looked like pretty good coverage to me.
Did, and it looked like the ball was a little to the left of the receiver. Pass interference, not sure about that, but maybe they saw something we didn't.
Rayleon Sims was the defender and looked like he was step for step with the receiver, but the officials whistle B.B. Comer for the third penalty of the night. And that's not what you wanted for B.B. Comer. First down at the 35-yard line. Inside handoff, he almost dropped the football, and finally grabbing hold of it was a ball carrier. And we saw him a couple of times running tonight. That's Darian Walker, the senior running back.
You know, you look at some of the dudes on Comer's defensive line, and you look at Sacs' offensive line, and you kind of see why they get through there every play.
Second down and long from the 35. Pressure on and sacked. Like legal grounding right there. They're going to say he was down at the 27-yard line as Kamori Harris was one of the first to get there along with Datrion Wells. You know, Zach, Datrion Wells has really come on this season. He's a junior, but he's made a big impact on this Tiger football team.
He definitely has, especially on defense, making a lot of tackles.
So third down and very long. (7-0) B.B. Comer in the first quarter. At the 28-yard line, passing situation for Jamaris Young, and a timeout is called on the field with B.B. Comer leading 7-0. We'll come back to Legion Stadium for the Serra Automotive High School Game of the Week back after this.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
He's looking to get 25. B.B. Comer getting some substitutes in the game with the timeout. You know, you go back to that pass interference call against Raylon Sims. Looked like he was step for step with the intended receiver. And sometimes you get those penalties called like that one-on-one.
Yeah, but, you know, same time, you know, the referee, there's one on the other side. He could have saw a holding call that we didn't see.
28-yard line, 3rd down and long for the Wildcats. Young's facing a 4-man front. He feels the pressure and he pulls it down. He's going to be sacked at the 25.
Man, that's Chris Wilson going in there and just blowing up the quarterback.
So that'll bring up a punting situation. And Zach, more and more, B.B. Comer just laying their ears back and coming after the quarterback, making him throw the football.
Yeah, you see on pretty much every play, Noah Wimmer and Kamori Harris just sprinting in there through the offensive line, and the D linemen making a hole for them so they can go in there.
So 4th down and long for the Wildcats. Gets the punt out.
It's a good punt.
And they're going to let it bounce. It's taking a B.B. Comer bounce. Now it goes and stops at about the 49-yard line. So a short field for the Tigers to work in offensively, leading by a score of 7-0. And looking at Sacs offense, a couple of touchdowns, and you should be in pretty good shape against this Sacs team.
Yeah, definitely. And if they do get a bunch of touchdowns in the first half, they're probably going to run some clock in the second half. But I wouldn't count out this Sacs team.
Nope.
They got a pretty strong team.
49-yard line, Sacs 0-5 coming in. B.B. Comer 5-0. Here come the Tigers to the line of scrimmage with a 1st down. Kamori Harris off left tackle, breaks 1 tackle. He's down the sideline, still dancing inside the 37-yard line. I think they'll mark it at about the 38.
And when you have Kamori Harris running the ball, you know, you either got to hope he steps out of bounds, he trips, or you have 15 dudes surrounding him.
Get a couple of people coming out of the stands to help out on the tackle. Whistles blow. We got a timeout. I don't know if we're just getting a piece of equipment off the field, looks like. So it'll be 1st down. And quarterback keeper, and look at him go. Cutting inside the 10 to the 9-yard line goes Devin Harvey, the senior quarterback. And he faked inside to the running back and pulled it out and takes it himself. And the Tigers have it 1st and goal at the 9.
Good run by Harvey, and but a good job to not let the play go by number 1 and number 22 of Sacs. That's Dorian Walker and Arnez Hurd.
Earlings Flowers 1st down. They go right back to Harris. Harris stiff arming, breaking tackle, still moving, and he's taken down at about the 2-yard line. Kamori Harris.
And just what I said, you know, he breaks 15 tackles and he had 5 dudes surround him, and he can finally bring him to the ground.
So 2nd down and goal from the 2. Now they mark it near the 1-yard line. I got a feeling they're not going to work out of the shotgun here. Oh, Alabama did after it recovered a blocked punt last week against Ole Miss. They worked out of the shotgun. The first snap went over the quarterback's head, and they ended up kicking a field goal. So 2nd and goal from the 1. They do work out of the spread a little bit, and you've got Harris right behind the quarterback. And Harris keeps it, and he stood up but pushes his way near the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, B.B. Comer. That'll make it 13-0. And, you know, you give all this credit to Kamori Harris, but also on these runs up the middle, you know, you gotta give credit to the offensive line because, you know, they're making them holes for him to go through, and they're giving him great blocks on the outside.
Yeah, and these offensive linemen, they didn't play last year. 4 of these guys are new, and they've made a real impact for B.B. Comer offensively this year. Place down, kick up, and the kick is good. So with 4:25 remaining in the first quarter, B.B. Comer leads Sachs by a score of 14-0. Let me mention, if I can, about a couple of our sponsors. Community Funeral Home. Charles Woods and Cadero Wood Community Funeral Home, 511 Edgewood Drive in Sylacauga. Charles lost his sister last week and passed away, and I talked with Charles Monday, and he was so proud of his sister and hated to lose her, but I'm telling you, at Community Funeral Home, they provide a service that not just anybody can provide. And that's Community Funeral Home, 511 Edgewood Drive in Sylacauga. Free need to at-need funeral services, funerals, burials, or cremation. It is Community Funeral Home. And Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington. Cindy is one of those ladies that's very professional, does a fantastic job in leading our Revenue Commissioner's office in Talladega and Sylacauga and in Childersburg. Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington, the tax notices have gone out too. And if you haven't gotten yours, you will be. The tax assessment for your property, it goes out in October. So be expecting that, as Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington, proud sponsor of high school football, as B.B. Comer preparing to kick away, leading by a score of 14-0. Chris Wilson to kick it away. Now then, Wilson approaches and booms it down to about the 8-yard line. Nobody getting down there to him yet. He's across the 25 and bumped out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
Good return by number 22. Get it out across the 30. That's Arnez Hurd. He's a sophomore.
So, see if Jamaris Harris, or Jamaris Young can get something going. Well, the Wildcats, they trail 14-0, and we talked about the numbers earlier. They don't score a whole lot of points average during the game, so they got to get something going here. Going across the 30 to about the 35-yard line. Nice gain on the carry.
Tackled down by Datrion Wells and Chris Wilson.
Dorian Walker with a nice pickup on first down, out to the 34. .345 and the clock moving along. B.B. Comer has had the football twice offensively. They scored 2 touchdowns. We're at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. 14-0 Tigers. And whistles blow, and Sachs wants to call a timeout. We'll squeeze one in as well with 3:26 to go in the first quarter. B.B. Comer 14, Sachs nothing. This is the Serra Automotive High School Game of the Week.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked
47th High School Game of the Week, presented by Serra Automotive here in Sylacauga. Also, high school action presented by Marble City Pharmacy here in Sylacauga. Omnia, Community Funeral Home, Charles Woods and Cadero Wood. And your State Farm agent, Albia Steers on Highway 21 in Sylacauga. High school football, hope you're enjoying it. Stay tuned for more.
There's a lot in life to smile about. Are loose dentures or missing teeth keeping you from enjoying the things you love? Don't miss out on enjoying life's precious moments. You can be you again with affordable mini dental implants. You can smile again, laugh out loud, and have your self-confidence back. Let us help you make it memorable.
I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
Lamaris wants to throw it, and he throws under duress, and it's incomplete. And Sachs got a man down at the 31-yard line.
That ball was intended for Mikees Gaffney, senior.
There was 4 defensive linemen bearing down on Lamaris, and he just had to get rid of it. So we got a injury timeout here, and let me talk to you just a second, if I can, about State Farm agent Albia Steers. Albia is my personal insurance agent when it comes to my automobiles and my home. Your State Farm agent, Albia Steers, out on the Talladega Highway in Sylacauga. Easy access to Albia. He returns calls. And for all your homeowners and automobile insurance, whether it's a car or a truck or maybe a motorcycle or a boat even, it's State Farm agent Albia Steers, proud to be a part of high school football here on WOIL TV 47. We are at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. After the injured players helped off the field, we'll get back to action with 3:17 to go in the first quarter. And Zach, so far no surprises for this Tiger team.
No, Comer coming into this game as the favorite, and Sacs beating them last year. Maybe thought they had some kind of weapon that other teams didn't have, but not showing it so far. But maybe they'll turn up in the second quarter.
Jamoris Young at quarterback. He has Walker back there with him. Walker standing in protection. It may be a face mask right there. You see that coming, the penalty flag thrown in there. So that'll be the fourth penalty of the first quarter against BB Comer tonight.
Jakari Brown got in there, but got a little too excited and grabbed his face mask.
And he turned loose real quickly, so I don't know if it's going to be a 15-yarder or a personal foul. So that's probably going to be the call here. Fourth penalty of the night against BB Comer, and we're still only in the first quarter, and that's going to take the football up near midfield. That'll be a first down as they move the chains. The Yellow Hankies have been Sacs' best friend so far. First man through, fumble the football. It's on the turf. BB Comer's picking it up, and there he is, big 51.
That's Chris Wilson, and also who we called last play, getting his revenge for that, forcing the fumble, is Jakari Brown, getting in there very fast, getting off the block, and forcing the fumble for BB Comer.
Chris Wilson, defensive end, a senior, and a lot more colleges and universities beginning to take notice of Chris Wilson, number 51. So BB Comer with a first down at the Sacs 36-yard line. Harvey to throw it, rolling away from pressure, now throwing on the run, and just caught down at the 12-yard line.
Great catch. That's Richard. No, that's Raylan Sims.
Yeah, Raylan Sims came back for it and makes a reception at the 12-yard line. That's Erlene's Flores' first down for the BB Comer Tigers. They're going with an empty backfield this time. See if they try to get the football to Harris. Got a man open, too short at the goal line. That time he was trying to get it to Richard Weed.
Had Richard Weed on a slant route. He could have just waited a little bit longer, and he might have had him.
So second down and 10. Clock stops at 2:24 to go in the first quarter. BB Comer 14, Sacs nothing. Both bands will be performing at halftime tonight. We'll be sure to make sure you get that action. So second down and 10. They send the quarterback keeps it himself, and the pile is pushed to inside the 5-yard line. You get them big hogs pushing, and they get all the way inside the 5.
Yep. That was a great job by the offensive line to push him forward for an extra, 5 or 6 yards.
So third down. They need to get to about the 3 for the first down. BB Comer in command, 14-0. They'd love to get another touchdown down here in the red zone. They give it to Harris, and Harris breaking tackles. He's got the first down at about the 2-yard line. So it should be first and goal for B.B. Comer.
It's like number 51 and number 20 getting in on the tackle. Number 20 is Jules McClellan, and 51, Delandis Allen.
So first down and goal at the 2 for B.B. Comer. Beautiful night for football. Big crowd on hand tonight. Near the goal line, battling near the goal line is Waylon Sims, and he's got the touchdown from 2 yards out.
That'll make it 20-0. Comer over Sachs. 56 seconds to go in the first quarter, and so far everything has gone Comer's way.
Waylon Sims from 2 yards out, and it is 20-0. With a point after to follow. Off the toe of Noah Wimmer. Noah's a senior. He told Coach Fawcett in spring practice that, hey, I want to play football instead of just kick this year. So he's doing that, and well, he kicks another one through the uprights. With 56 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's all B.B. Comer. B.B. Comer 21, Sachs nothing. Back to Legion Stadium after this.
Amya Inc. is a leading global producer of calcium carbonate and a worldwide distributor of specialty chemicals. Amya has an unwavering commitment to quality and total customer satisfaction through leadership in manufacturing technology, product innovation, application expertise, incomparable service, and an exceptional understanding of our customers' needs. Amya takes pride in continuous direct customer communications to understand their changing needs for new product development and logistical support. Amya Inc. is pleased to have been a part of the Sylacauga and surrounding communities since 1992.
Sylacauga, we are your hometown dealer. 3 locations: Serra Honda, Tony Serra Ford, and Serra Nissan. Avoid big city prices. Shop local and save with 0% financing. 0%. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. We even offer mobile service, or we can pick up and deliver. No charge. Lower prices. Better service. We are your hometown dealer. Serra Honda, Tony Serra Ford, and Serra Nissan. Right here in Sylacauga.
So B.B. Comer takes advantage after recovering a fumble and leads it 21-0. As Wimmer drills it down the middle of the field, taking it to the 17-yard line. And across the 30 to the 35 to the 40 to the 45, across midfield all the way to the 48-yard line. And Coach Fawcett not going to like that. As a big run back by Walker.
That's his, so far, the play of the game for Sachs. Great return getting it past midfield.
In Tiger territory at the 48-yard line with 43 seconds to go in the first quarter. First down and 10. Morris, the quarterback. Penalty flag is down. And that's going to be marked off against B.B. Comer, another offside penalty. That's a 5th penalty in the first quarter.
So far, the only thing that's hurting B.B. Comer are penalties.
So 1st and 5 now from the B.B. Comer 43-yard line. Jamaris Young, he's still in there, quarterback. And big running room inside the 40 to the 38-yard line is Walker.
Getting slung down there by, I think that's Raylan Sims. No, sorry, Devin Harvey.
Second down and very short with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. We get one more play off here before the first quarter horn sounds. First down and more Harris finally knocks the ball carrier down, and that's Walker again. And that is Earlene's Flores first down as the first quarter comes to a close. B.B. Comer leading the Sacs Wildcats by a score of 21-0. We're back to Legion Stadium after this.
High school football here on TV 47 brought to you by Serra Automotive on Highway 280 in Sylacauga, and by your #1 employer in the city of Sylacauga, Coosa Valley Medical Center. In Fayetteville, it is Lori Darling's Restaurant, and by the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. National anthem presented by Sylacauga Glass. Enjoy high school football here on TV 47 WOIL Television.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Back to Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. We move to second quarter action. B.B. Comer 3 touchdowns in the first quarter to lead Sacs by a score of 21-0. And that's about what we thought it'd be through the first quarter.
Definitely. And for B.B. Comer, they're on pace to score, 80 points.
This is the best offensive thrust that the Wildcats have shown so far. And they're at the 28-yard or 32-yard line in Tiger territory. Morris goes right back to Walker, and Walker's got another nice run inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Sacs appearing to be driving on B.B. Comer right now, getting 3 or 4 good plays in a row.
So that'll bring up second down now. Actually, that was a first down, so I think. Here he goes again, and this time B.B. Comer has nothing to do with it.
Kamori Harris is there to sling him down in the backfield.
A loss of a yard, so it's third down and about 6 to go now. 3rd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter. B.B. Comer 21 and Sacs nothing. B.B. Comer coming after the quarterback, and he flushed and he sacked back at the 36-yard line. Kamori Harris got there.
Back-to-back tackles and a sack. Back-to-back tackles for loss. That's Kamori Harris.
So that'll bring up fourth down now and about 14. They were trying to run a deep route, but Harris came blitzing through to get the sack. So it looks like that Sacs is going to punt it away. Marble City Pharmacy sponsoring second quarter action from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. They fake it, and whistles blow. And delay a game. What a heck of a time to have a delay a game, because it fooled B.B. Comer. They were going to run the fake punt.
Man, he had the outside corner, too.
That'll be a 5-yard mark off, and B.B. Comer says thank you. I'm sure they'll be paying a whole lot closer attention here now. And he punts it away.
Good, strong punt. Man, about to the back of the end zone. Kicker has a very strong leg.
So B.B. Comer will take over with 9:39 to go in the first half, leading by a score of 21-0. And I guess if you're B.B. Comer, you're wanting to get as many points you can before halftime and maybe play some of the younger kids in the second half.
Definitely, and playing the younger kids is definitely a key thing to do in high school football. You get them some minutes, get them some reps, and let them show what they can do on the field.
So first down and 10 for B.B. Comer at their own 20-yard line. The Tigers on top, 21-0. Harris got a little seam and breaks a tackle. Still moving, stiff arming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They never got him down.
They couldn't. Number 5 trying his best, Christian Smith over there, gets stiff armed in the face about 4 or 5 times and finally pushes him out of bounds.
That'll be a Tiger first down from the 30. Erlene's Flores presenting our first down coverage tonight. Devin Harvey, the senior quarterback, who's really developed this year, and he wants to throw it. And whistles blow. And that play never got started. That is a 6th penalty of the night for B.B. Comer.
And, you know, like we said, that's the one thing killing them, you know.
Mm-hmm. So that'll move it to the 25-yard line. First down and 15. Beautiful night for football. Temperature in the mid-70s. Not a cloud in the sky tonight. Looking to throw it. Pulls it, rolls, throws, caught. 45. 49-yard line, and that'll be a Tiger first down as Sims on the reception.
Good tackle there by number 8, Tyshawn Toney.
Sims was wide open, Zach.
He was, and on the hit route, you know, they ran that on the first play of the game with Kamori Harris, and you know they just kept doing it. And I don't blame them if it works. You know,
Keep going to it, right?
Exactly.
At the 49, first and 10 Tigers. Harris, stiff arms, slips a tackle, slips another, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. You don't teach that kind of stuff, do you?
You don't. You know, Kamori Harris, he can either truck you, stiff arm you, jump over you, or juke you out. He can do any of them.
You say he can break their ankles, right?
He can.
Another Erlene's Flores first down to the 39-yard line. Tristan Garrett in the game now. Throwing wide open. My goodness. Good block on the corner. Diving toward the pylon. And it is stopped at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man, that's close.
It is. I don't know who got that block on the corner out there, but it was a good one. So first and goal at the 1-yard line.
Give credit to, it was either number 15 or number 5 back there at safety to trip him up and stop him at the 1-yard line and keep him from getting a touchdown.
At least momentarily. It was first and goal at the 1.
Tristan Garrett in.
Harvey throwing, push off in the end zone. It's a touchdown. Boy, B.B. Comer looked like they got away with a push off, but that's a touchdown, and that's a big guy making the reception. I'm trying to see with the flashing lights there.
Looks like that's number 21. Yeah, that's Levi Curtis.
Is that right? Yeah.
He's a freshman.
Good gracious. He's a big one, too.
He is. And like you said, he definitely got away with a push off there.
Place down, kick on the way, and the kick is up, and this time it is...
I don't know.
It's good, but they were kind of delaying the call there.
Yeah.
28-0. Know what to do? Look at one another before they signal it good?
That's, usually the way it is. One person knows and one person doesn't.
So Levi Curtis, number 21, on the near sideline, and man, I don't know if I remember calling his name this year or not, but
that's a freshman.
Yeah.
And when you see people like him already looking like they're 6 foot, 200 pounds, you gotta, expect for Comer to have a bright future in the game of football.
28-0, a 1-yard touchdown throw from Devin Harvey to Levi Curtis. And the Tigers ring up the board again. 28-0. Still 7.5 to go in the second quarter from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Tigers will kick off and take it in at the 16. And taken down at the 29-yard line.
Darian Riley on the tackle.
McClellan on the return, sophomore. It's 28-0, and it's about that close, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a well-balanced game tonight so far. So we'll see if the Wildcats can get something going here, and they've got a timeout, and I think B.B. Comer called the timeout. We'll take one as well. Back to Legion Stadium, B.B. Comer leading Sacks 28-0.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves the cities of Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and surrounding counties. Unlike regular banks, Heritage South Credit Union is member-owned, and with over 13,000 members, Heritage South Credit Union is the premier financial institution in the markets they serve. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for over 80 years, federally insured by the NCUA.
After the timeout, we're back to action here at Legion Stadium. Out over the 33-yard line is Walker.
Comer's defense, besides that one good little drive of sacks in the, I believe it was either the early second quarter or late in the first, Comer's just been shutting them down on offense and defense.
Pick up about 3, second down and 7. They go back to him again. He's tripped up from behind at the 35-yard line. And boy, that was a saving tackle by B.B. Comer. And if he hadn't made the tackle, he could have run a long way. And that's Noah Wimmer on the stop.
You talk about him wanting to play football this year. Well, he's sure doing a pretty good job at it.
He was a kicker, special teams player, but that wasn't enough. He wanted to get in on the action. He's a starting linebacker for him this year. So first down. Looking to throw it. Got time. Throws it short. And into double coverage. The pass intended for the fullback coming out of the backfield, and that's Monroe.
Looked like if he had him 2 seconds earlier, right when he was turning around, he could have got a little bit. But
actually, that was third down. They didn't make the first down. Still lacked a couple of yards, so they'll punt here. Remember, they ran a fake punt earlier that was negated by a penalty. Good snap, kick out of there. And this one's going to be tracked down, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Football action tonight brought to you by the B.B. Calmer Alumni Association. Sponsors the Coach Adam Fawcett Coach's Corner Show every Thursday morning here on TV 47 on our Daybreak Show. And they do a fantastic job in supporting the athletics at B.B. Calmer. That's what they do, raise money. And Biddy and Mike and Tubba and Randy Kane, they all do a splendid job supporting the athletic department at B.B. Calmer High School. So first down and 10 for the Tigers, leading 28-0. Harvey, this penalty is two players moved at the same time. You just can't do that in the backfield.
Also a good open field tackle by number 20, Jules McClellan, sorry.
Legal shift. So that's the 7th penalty against B.B. Calmer. And Coach Fawcett, he circles those things, and he charts them, and he won't be happy about that. At the 16-yard line. First down and 15. Not a whole lot of running room. Might have got a yard. That's about it.
No, just get stuffed there by a bunch of Wildcats.
They no quit in the Cats for sure.
Definitely not.
It's Tristan Garrett on the carry. Second down and long. About second and 14. Harvey wants to throw it. Got plenty of time now. Steps in, and he's going to run it. He's across the 25. Jukes to the 30, to the 35, and steps out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Nice run by senior quarterback Devin Harvey.
Great run, and Sacs defense just can't seem to get him down. It's like Kamora Harris. They have one of the best run games, I believe, in the county.
Probably in the state. Erlene's Flores with Devin Harvey, first down run.
And speaking of state, they made it last year, and looking even stronger this year. Looking maybe they could win it this year.
At the 36-yard line. Falling forward to the 39 is Gaddis.
Tackled down by Gage Brown. He's a junior linebacker.
So second down. Got a couple of yards. 4:25 to go, and I'm sure B.B. Calmer would just like to keep the football the rest of the half. Second down and long. Harvey throws it, swings out of the backfield, and not able to get it. Oh, what a vicious tackle.
Great open field tackle by number 20. That's Jules McGullen. We've called his name a couple times, and he's really doing good for this Wildcat defense.
He just spun Richard Weed to the ground. Third down and long, 3rd and 8. B.B. Calmer hasn't punted tonight. They've got Tristan Garrett, the junior, in the backfield. 3rd and long, clock running at 3:25 now. B.B. Calmer wants to call a timeout, and while we've got just a minute, let me mention some more of our sponsors, including Donahue Physical Therapy. Ben Donahue and the staff at Donahue Physical Therapy on West Fort Williams, they have state-of-the-art equipment. They are spot on when it comes to physical therapy. When your doctor orders physical therapy for you, you automatically think Donahue Physical Therapy on West Fort Williams in Sylacauga. And high school football tonight as well, brought to you by Omnia in Sylacauga, one of our wonderful quarries here in town. Always giving back into the community is Omnia. And Coosa Valley Medical Center, the largest employer in our city, is Coosa Valley Medical Center, from the ER to the surgical wards to treating diabetes and cancer, and just a well-rounded hospital. We're fortunate to have Coosa Valley Medical Center in our town. Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga, proud sponsor of high school football. 3rd down and 8 now for the Tigers. Possession down here. And want to run a little middle screen, and it was sniffed out, but B.B. Comer has got some running room, got the first down inside the 45, pushing his way to the 38-yard line. Boy, that was a great play call for B.B. Comer, and a first down as the pass to Tristan Garrett.
Definitely was, and the same time it takes a load to bring him down as well. You know, these Comer players just no quit in them.
The defender sniffed it out, but give quarterback Devin Harvey some credit. He just lofted it over the linebacker's head, and the Tigers get a first down all the way to the 38-yard line. Harvey pulls it down. 35, 30, 25, 20-yard line. It'll be a first down, B.B. Comer, and that's Erlene's Flores first down for the Tigers at the 19-yard line.
Good run by Harvey and a good tackle by number 22, Arnez Hurd. He's a sophomore.
2:41 with the clock stopped. B.B. Comer 28. And there's another timeout on the field, and we'll take one as well. Back in 30 seconds from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility, complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with mini dental implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
Second quarter with 2:41 remaining in the second quarter. B.B. Comer with a 28-0 lead, threatening for more at the Sachs 19-yard line, first down. Harvey looking to throw, and it's caught and pulled down at the 16-yard line. That is Darian Riley on the reception. He's just a freshman, too.
My goodness, number 1. Dorian Walker, man, just picking him up and slinging him to the ground. That's a lot of frustration in that tackle.
It'll be second down now for the Tigers, and they spotted at the 16-yard line, gain of 3. Plenty of time to go, a little over 2 minutes and some change left in the half. Throwing into the corner of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown.
That's
Can you
a
believe
great
that
touchdown.
reception?
Wow. Man, that's a great touchdown. It was a low ball, or maybe he overcommitted a little bit, and he got it and just toe-tapped in the end zone, and that's a great play from Comer.
And here's a freshman, Christian Jemison, 5'8", 123 pounds. Freshman with a touchdown reception.
Great catch and great job to get his feet down, acknowledging where he was.
The defender didn't know where the ball was, and that was a great plus for Jemison. So it's 34-0 with a point after to follow by Wimmer. And this time it was partially blocked, and it got there anyway, just over the crossbars. 35-0 now with 2 minutes exactly to go. And Zach, we talked about B.B. Comer's got 12 seniors on this team. and they're strategically placing some players that are young guys, including the freshman Jemison in there, who just scored that touchdown.
And, he's keeping up with sack starters, very well, doing even better than them. So, you see all these players, freshmen, already 6 feet tall. Comer has a lot of depth in their younger players.
And, we talked about the young guy that a little earlier who's a freshman as well, scoring on a 1-yard touchdown run. So B.B. Comer building for the future as well. They went to the finals last year in 2A in Auburn and are favored to make the playoffs again this year. And maybe with a little good fortune, they can get to that championship game again.
And this time maybe win it.
Maybe so. Long way to go yet. So the Tigers will kick off, leading 35-0. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Line drive.
12-yard line. Running laterally and tripped up at the 18-yard line. Good job on the special teams by B.B. Comer.
The number 33 and 11. On there, 11, Michael Kirksey originally to get him to start stumbling a little bit, and Jakari Brown there to make sure he goes down.
And Brown is a sophomore. So it'll be first down and 10 for Sachs at their 18-yard line, trailing 35-0. Let's see if they can get something at all working here before halftime. Young's gone all the way at quarterback. He hands off, and B.B. Comer just swarms the ball carrier. They drop the football, and here's Kamori Harris headed into the end zone. Let's see if they give that to him.
Refs don't know what's going on.
They don't. And B.B. Comer says it's a touchdown. They pick up a fumble, Kamori Harris, and
looks like they're going to call it a touchdown.
Wow. They didn't show anything.
To me, it looked like he was down, but apparently not. That's a touchdown for Comer, making it 41-0.
Can you? That was almost, Harris stopped. He actually thought that the whistle had blown, but it hadn't. And he picks it up and runs in the end zone for about 18 yards. And here's Wimmer back out there again with another extra point. It's up and good, too. 42-0 with 1:39 to go in the first half. So, any hope for Sachs to get their first win of the season gone by the board in a hurry from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga tonight as B.B. Comer all over the Wildcats, 42-0, and they'll move to 6-0 on the season. And we still got a half and some change left, and we'll probably see that running clock in the second half, Zach.
Definitely, and you'll also see some younger guys getting in the game for both teams.
B.B. Comer's got a couple of 8th graders we may see tonight before it's all over with, too.
One of them is my friend Chase Newsom. He originally went to my school, Nichols Lawson, and then switched over to B.B. Comer.
What number is he?
He is number 25.
Yeah.
He's in the 8th grade.
So the Tigers will kick off again, and Chris Wilson probably got a tired leg right now. He just kicked off a couple of minutes ago. B.B. Comer's special teams has been a plus for them here tonight for sure. Wilson kicks it away. And he drills this one. That's going to go into the end zone. Well, you'll take that every time.
I mean, just a very strong leg from Wilson. He can pretty much do anything on both sides of the ball.
We've seen Kamori Harris first quarter and maybe 4 or 5 minutes in the second quarter. We've probably seen the last of him tonight. And we're going to see
big number 21, the freshman coming out there. That's Levi Curtis.
He wanted to score that 1-yard touchdown a little bit earlier. Looking to throw it. And he's firing. He's got a strong arm, but it's intercepted. Here come the Tigers again. 35, 30-yard line before he's taken down. So it'll be another turnover against Sachs. And who got the interception, Zach?
That was number 8, Raylan Sims, having himself a heck of a game. But there is a flag down. See what that's about.
May go against Sachs. Let's see. They're marking it back up here now. Holding against B.B. Comer. So the ball belongs to Sachs, right?
It does.
How'd they do that? I guess the defensive holding in the secondary.
You know, you look at Levi Curtis, and he looks like he's the size of Chris Wilson. And Chris Wilson, you know, he's a senior.
It's the 7th penalty of the night for B.B. Comer. That negates a interception. And Coach Fawcett, he'll be talking about that at halftime for sure. Young looks to throw it again. Fires out in the flat, too tall for the intended receiver. That is Dorian Walker.
Minute 15 left to go in the first half.
All B.B. Comer. The Tigers 42 and Sachs 0. Marble City Pharmacy sponsoring the second quarter of high school football tonight.
Number 19, Gage Brown, in there for Sachs.
Nothing happening on that running play. Crosses the 30 to the 31. So third down and long. 3rd and 8. B.B. Comer sending in some fresh troops.
So number 52, Jacorian Borden.
He's a freshman. A lot of younger players out there for B.B. Comer now with 40 seconds to go in the half. All B.B. Comer, 42 to nothing. Young to throw. Got plenty of time now. Fires it into triple coverage, and this time it's intercepted again.
Man, that's number 9, Richard Weed.
Penalty flag's down. That's going to cost B.B. Comer. That's another penalty flag down. That's 2 blocking the backs that I saw.
My goodness, that's got to be frustrating.
All the way to the 31-yard line, but you're going to bring that one back. It'll be B.B. Comer football, but they had a couple of blocks in the back, or holding. And see where they mark it off from. Big first down, B.B. Comer after the penalty with only 14 seconds to go in the half. They'll probably just maybe snap it. Take one snap and get to the dressing room. There's laundry all over the field.
And
that's
you
more
know,
laundry than on our couch at home, Zach.
And you know, you talk about them being frustrated about that. You know, it's still an interception. It's a great play by them, but you can't have them holding calls and blocks in the back. That can hurt you in really important plays.
So at the 35-yard line, see if the Tigers just choose to snap it and get to the dressing room. I would guess they would, but we'll see.
You know, Comer is not one to play nice, as we've seen so far.
They're keeping Harvey in at quarterback. And Harvey wants to throw it. Wow. Looking, throwing, and it is incomplete. And clock runs to 7 seconds to go in the half.
Comer, apparently trying to add insult to injury.
Mm-hmm. Kind of surprised about that, but I guess Coach Fawcett remembers last year when they were shut out at Sachs. They were riding high a year ago after a big win over Vincent and go up there and didn't score a point. 7 seconds to go in the half, 42-0 B.B. Comer. This time we're going to load up the throw. He's getting some pressure, rolling away from it. Now just dumps it out there as the first half comes to a close. And B.B. Comer leading sacks by a score of 42-0.
Well,
as the first half comes to a close.
It looks like they're going to say there's 1 second left on the clock.
Oh, goodness.
Because the ball hit the ground out of bounds with 1 second left.
Yeah.
So
whatever it takes, I guess. Don't forget, we'll have both bands performing at halftime here at Legion Stadium.
Wide receivers out wide, so looking like they're going to throw it again. No, they hand it off.
Looking for some running room, and that's Sims, stiff arms. He's tripped up and falls forward.
Oh, my
midfield, 45-40, still running, and he's got
almost a touchdown again. Man.
First half comes to a close, but Sims with a tremendous athletic play. And he had, I think that was Kamori Harris leading the way. And Harris made 2 or 3 blocks downfield.
Yeah, he pancaked 2 or 3 dudes.
Did. And the first half comes to a close as B.B. Comer with a commanding 42-0 lead over the Sacs Wildcats. We'll come back to Legion Stadium for our halftime show right after this.
Hope you're enjoying high school football, the game of the week here on WOIL TV 47. It's all brought to you by Heritage South Federal Credit Union. Also by Mr. Rick Morris and by Bandits on West Fort Williams in Sylacauga and Earlene's Flowers on the Talladega Highway in Sylacauga, Alabama. High school football on WOIL TV 47. Continue to enjoy the action. High school football here on TV 47 WOIL television, brought to you by Serra Automotive on Highway 280 in Sylacauga, and presented by State Representative District 33 Ben Robbins, Donahue Physical Therapy on West Fort Williams, and Talladega County Commissioner Cindy Pennington. Hope you're enjoying high school football here on TV 47 WOIL television.
You deserve a bonus. Get a new 55-inch 4K TV. Now at Serra Nissan, 3 locations. Buy or lease any new Serra Nissan and get a new 55-inch 4K TV, no charge. Event pricing on every new Nissan. 0% financing for 60 months and make 0 payments till next year. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. So come get your bonus at Serra Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga. Plus, Tony Serra Nissan in Coleman.
The all-new Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our remodeled and expanded pharmacy gives us the space to serve more patients. We've added a drive-through window for those times when you don't feel like getting out of your vehicle. And we still offer delivery within city limits. We feature a full line of over-the-counter medications and supplements. And don't forget our stunning new gift department. New building, same great people. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy hybrid duo chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
TV47 High School Game of the Week presented by Serra Automotive here in Sylacauga. Also, high school action presented by Marble City Pharmacy here in Sylacauga. Omnia Community Funeral Home, Charles Woods and Cadero Wood. And your State Farm agent, Albia Steers on Highway 21 in Sylacauga. High school football, hope you're enjoying it. Stay tuned for more.
There's a lot in life to smile about. Are loose dentures or missing teeth keeping you from enjoying the things you love? Don't miss out on enjoying life's precious moments. You can be you again with affordable mini dental implants. You can smile again, laugh out loud, and have your self-confidence back. Let us help you make it memorable.
I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
Amya Inc. is a leading global producer of calcium carbonate and a worldwide distributor of specialty chemicals. Amya has an unwavering commitment to quality and total customer satisfaction through leadership in manufacturing technology, product innovation, application expertise, incomparable service, and an exceptional understanding of our customers' needs. Amya takes pride in continuous direct customer communications to understand their changing needs for new product development and logistical support. Amya Inc. is pleased to have been a part of the Sylacauga and surrounding communities since 1992.
Sylacauga, we are your hometown dealer. 3 locations, Serra Honda, Tony Serra Ford, and Serra Nissan. Avoid big city prices, shop local, and save with 0% financing, 0%. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. We even offer mobile service, or we can pick up and deliver, no charge. Lower prices, better service. We are your hometown dealer, Serra Honda, Tony Serra Ford, and Serra Nissan, right here in Sylacauga.
Coach Adam Fawcett and the B.B. Comer Tigers back out on the field as they in command with this one by a score of 42-0. And Coach Fawcett always the teacher as he is overlooking Tylen Parrish. Parrish is a freshman, and they're working him at center, and Coach Fawcett watching him right there, Zach. He never quits coaching, and he's working with a young freshman right now, and you know, you're an 8th grader. Think about a freshman about to get his first playing time at center.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be nervous, but all that work, you know, you've been putting in is finally going to pay off.
B.B. Comer in total command, 42-0, and would not be surprised if we didn't implement the running clock in the second half. And what that means is that if it's not deemed absolutely necessary, we'll keep the clock running. And B.B. Comer with a huge lead, 42-0. And it's been all B.B. Comer. They scored the first 2 offensive possessions that they had and have never looked back, and they'll get the football here in the third quarter with a 42-0 lead. And if they can tack one more on the board, I'm sure we'll see everybody but you and I in the game. And I am injured, so I won't be going in.
Yeah. They won't put me in. I'm over the weight limit.
Walker to kick off for Sachs to begin the third quarter. Serra Automotive High School Game of the Week from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. 42-0 BB Comer. Little squib kick down the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked up at the 25. And trying to get a little running room across the 35 to the 37, 38-yard line. BB Comer will go to work there, leading commandingly over the Sachs Wildcats.
Short kick, but a good return. And starting it off right.
BB Comer already with some younger players out there. I want to welcome our viewers at WOTM across the state of Alabama. Just getting started in the second half. BB Comer, #1 team ranked in 2A, leading commandingly 42-0. And they're already playing a lot of younger players. And Tristan Garrett on the carry, a junior for BB Comer on that one, Zach.
Like we said, getting a lot of younger guys in there, running clock. This one's pretty much already wrapped up, but no quit in either team.
Of course, Kamari Harris, a fine senior running back. We've probably seen the last of him tonight. Devin Harvey in there at quarterback. Harvey with a little handoff, driving to about the 40-yard line. And on the carry is Tristan Garrett, again, the junior for BB Comer, to be third down for the Tigers, leading 42-0. They scored often in the first half. In total command, looking to move to 6-0 on the season. And looks like that snap count jumped. A little jittery is the Wildcats. Wildcats pointing at BB Comer. BB Comer pointing at the Wildcats. We'll see what happens here. It is offside against the Wildcats. Got Auburn and Ramsey going on at Legion Field in Birmingham. Birmingham trailer and electrical transformers smoke-free.
Drops back to pass.
Yeah, and he was throwing to the big tight end who was
Tylen Buckingham. Had a man open, but
and he's a sophomore. Buchanan is 5'6", 140 pounds. So that'll bring up fourth down. And BB Comer, I think this is the first time they punted tonight.
It is. And they have number 21, Levi Curtis, back there.
He's a freshman.
I just can't bring myself to believe that he just got out of 8th grade.
He's going to take the snap at about the 30-yard line, and he kicks it a short kick, and a very short kick that's going to bounce around, and it'll stop at about the 46-yard line. So you're going to see a lot of young players for BB Comer in the game here in the second half, and this is how you continue to build a program. You get these young kids out there and give them quality playing time, not just one or two plays, but, basically a whole half.
And you see number 32, Jacob Swain, coming in there. He just got out of 8th grade, too. He went to my school.
Jamorius Young, the quarterback, he's gone all the way back there, and he's got Walker in the backfield with him. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here is Walker on the carry, and he's tackled at the 48-yard line.
Sachs still putting up a good fight. In the second half, at least. Clock's still running.
Judson Murray makes a tackle for B.B. Comer. He's a senior. He doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but he's in there tonight. Second down. At the 48. Back they go, and big hole right there. And it's a foot race inside the 10-5 touchdown. The first touchdown of the night for Sachs is Walker. Runs it in for the Wildcats.
And the shutout is out of the books.
Yep.
But that's a big motivator for Sachs, showing that they have no quit in them.
The senior running back, Dorian Walker. 52 yards, and it is 42-6 now. 9:08 to go in the third quarter. And the point after to follow, and Walker's going to kick the point after too. After a long touchdown run, he's kicking the extra point. Snap down.
And it's good. No good. Wow.
42-6. Donahue Physical Therapy, third quarter from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Jimmy Dale Abrams along with Zachary Thomas Abrams, and it's been all B.B. Comer tonight. They scored early and often in the first half. They're ranked number 1 in the state in Class 2A, and they're moving to 6-0 on the season as they've got a commanding 42-6 lead over the Sachs Wildcats. But, you know, there's a nice opening drive by the Wildcats after they force a B.B. Comer punt, and the Cats are on the board now, trailing 42-6, and Sachs is up Highway 21 up in the Anniston area, and didn't a whole lot of folks from Sachs make the trip up here, or down here, I guess, but the ones that did, cheering on their team tonight. You want to guess who's kicking off?
Same guy who got the touchdown.
And who missed the extra point?
So
Walker.
he's a all-around player.
42-6 with 9:08 to go in the third quarter.
Grip tape's falling off.
Line drive kick that's taken at the 18, right straight up the field, and breaking tackles and down at the 38-yard line.
Good job to get down there and stop him by number 13, Christian Hall.
B.B. Comer with a good run back by Richard Weed. He's a junior. 115 pounds. How much do you weigh, Zach?
I weigh 111 pounds.
Okay, you're about his same size.
Except he's a little bit taller than me.
First down and 10. Sims is a quarterback. He's 6', 205. He'll take the snap, and he'll look to throw, and he's going to be sacked all the way back to the 28-yard line. Coach Fawcett not happy about that for sure.
Number 15, that's Ahmad Garrett.
Don't look like nobody touched him.
Man, that's a great job to read the O-line by Garrett and get in there and make the sack.
All the way back to the 31-yard line.
Sacks with the sack.
Tristan Garrett on the carry, and he doesn't get much at all.
And it looks like Sachs is
fired up now, aren't they?
I wonder how that locker room conference went.
Third down and very long for the Tigers. Clock running at 7.5 to go in the third quarter. All B.B. Comer 42-6. You know, I may have spoken a little bit early, a few minutes ago, talked about some of these B.B. Comer seniors may have seen their last action of the night. The way things are going, they may see them again.
Oh, my
Running
goodness.
Room 40, 45, 50.
Fantastic
47-yard line. That's a hard run by Tristan Garrett. looked like he was going to be tackled back there.
It did, but he just broke out of it, and it looked like, you know, he hesitated to run after he broke the tackle for a second. I think he was in shock that he didn't go down.
So it's first down for B.B. Comer at the Sacs 47-yard line. Clock running, 6:40 to go in the third quarter. First down and 10. Here's Harvey to throw it. Got a man wide open and great hands at the 35-yard line, and a nice reception by Octavian Swain, the junior. He got big hands.
He does, and you know, you look at the players for Comer, like you got freshmen that are 6 foot tall, and it's crazy.
At the 35-yard line, those you're watching on WOTM, we're glad you're joining us for a few minutes tonight. B.B. Comer with a first down and 10, leading 42-6. Legion Stadium in beautiful Sylacauga, Alabama. Inside handoff and pushing his way to about the 32. Nice pickup.
Number 14 coming in for Sacs, Shannon Noel, sophomore.
B.B. Comer trying to add yet more points on the scoreboard. Cameron Gaddis, a sophomore, carried then. Down here at the 33-yard line. They go back to him again. Penalty flags are down. B.B. Comer a little too anxious then. That'll cost him 5 yards. The one thing that B.B. Comer is going to take issue with is the penalties tonight. They've had a lot of them.
And, you know, they had 2 of them on picks. Like, that is crazy. You get 2 really good interceptions and really good run backs, and one of them gets called back because of a flag. You know, you can't have that.
5-yard mark off. Pushing to the 33-yard line with the clock continuing to run, 4.5 to go. Ball carrier is Cameron Gaddis, sophomore. B.B. Comer in command and have been since the first quarter. Tigers not in any big hurry. Send a man in motion. They go right back inside, and tackle at the 32-yard line is Gaddis.
Good tackle from number 69.
He's a big one.
On Sacs. Don't have him on here, but.
4th down and 8 now. For the Tigers, they're going to get to the 25 or thereabouts for the first down. I'm sure they're going to go for it here. In between as far as attempting a field goal. So here we go, 4th down and about 8.5 or so. And he throws it too short. He got some pressure off left end, and he had to throw it a little bit too quick. And so Sacs will take over. So good job defensively by the Wildcats.
Definitely good job offensively and defensively, you know. Definitely stepping it up in the second half.
Last score we had from over in Leeds. Leeds ranked in the top 10 in 5A, and Sylacauga winless on the season. They're going to remain winless as they were losing 34-0, I think it was, last check we had from Leeds High School. Sylacauga with some transition going on for the Aggies the last 2 years. There's Walker again, and Walker runs across a 40 to the 42, pickup of 8.
Tackled by number 2, Tristan Garrett, and number 14, De'Arian Riley.
So second down and 2. 2:35 to go into the third quarter with the clock running. B.B. Comer jumps offside.
That's 66. Number 66, that's...
Tylen Parrish, I think.
Yeah, Tylen Parrish.
He's a young freshman. Parrish is going to get some playing time as he matures on that defensive line. Already pretty good-looking young player. Some more running room across midfield. He's got some speed now, this guy does. All the way to the 30-yard line is Dorian Walker. It'll be another first down for the Wildcats, and they're pushing B.B. Comer around a little bit right now.
They are, definitely, like I said, stepping it up in the second half. Some newfound energy from Sachs.
Yeah, B.B. Comer puts in quite a number of their first line defenders now back in the game. Michael Kirksey included. So it's first down and 10. Quarterback keeper, and he's cut down after a gain of a yard. Noah Wimmer on the stop. (42-6), B.B. Comer leads. Donahue Physical Therapy presenting third quarter action from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Just a beautiful, beautiful night for high school football. This time, B.B. Comer sniffs out the running game of Walker and tackled him for no gain. Right at the 30-yard line, third down and 9.
Clock still moving. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Looks like they might run one more play and then get it over with and head to the fourth.
Third down and long. Young probably going to try to throw this one. And
that's
he does.
exactly what they do.
Whistles blow. Against the Wildcats. Mark off 5 yards. 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's been all B.B. Comer tonight. You know, we talked about B.B. Comer's offense. Their defense, they shut out the number 6 ranked team in 2A last week, 36-0. They've given up one score here tonight. And the third quarter comes to a close before we get another snap off. As we move to the fourth quarter in downtown Sylacauga, Alabama at Legion Stadium, the B.B. Comer Tigers, no problem with the Sachs Wildcats by a score of 42-6. Back to the stadium after this.
Sylacauga, we are your hometown dealer. 3 locations: Serra Honda, Tony Serra Ford, and Serra Nissan. Avoid big city prices. Shop local and save with 0% financing. 0%. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. No charge. We even offer mobile service, or we can pick up and deliver. No charge. Lower prices. Better service. We are your hometown dealer. Serra Honda, Tony Serra Ford, and Serra Nissan. Right here in Sylacauga.
High school football here on TV 47, brought to you by Serra Automotive on Highway 280 in Sylacauga, and by your #1 employer in the city of Sylacauga, Coosa Valley Medical Center. In Fayetteville, it is Lori Darling's Restaurant, and by the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. National anthem presented by Sylacauga Glass. Enjoy high school football here on TV 47, WOIL Television.
State Representative District 33, Ben Robbins, bringing you high school football tonight. Looking to throw, in trouble. He's going to be sacked back at the 42-yard line.
That's number 21.
That's that freshman, isn't it?
My goodness, Levi Curtis. He is Chris Wilson in a different number.
He sure is.
I mean, you have 3 players who resemble Derrick Henry, and one of them's only a freshman.
That's quite a
big young man.
Yeah. You got bookend defensive ends right there. So, B.B. Comer, there's a timeout taken by Sachs. And while we've got just a minute, I talked about a minute ago Ben Robbins. Ben was elected to his first full term as District 33 state representative back a year or so ago. And Ben does a tremendous job in working in Montgomery at the State House for his constituents back here in Talladega and Coosa counties. You see, those of you who are local here in the area, you've seen all the work that's going on at the former Avondale properties, cleaning that up and getting ready for new buildings to go up, new business to go up. And Ben Robbins has been a real strong voice in making sure that doesn't get derailed and going forward. He does a tremendous job. He is State Representative District 33, Ben Robbins. So a punting situation for Sachs here, trailing 42-6, just underway here in the fourth quarter. So B.B. Comer wasn't quite ready for the snap and going to be caught on the run and down the sideline, pushed out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
Pushed out by number 1, Dorian Walker. He's pretty much done all the damage on offense and defense for Sachs.
So let's see, pick up some of the players that are coming into the game for B.B. Comer now offensively.
Got number 30, Seth Pettit. Number 13, Octavian Swain.
B.B. Comer staying with Sims at quarterback.
Got Joseph Griffith at fullback.
High snap and not much running room as they do push a pile forward for about a 3-yard gain with 10:30 to go in the game.
Clock's still moving. Both teams at this point looking to get out of here.
But again, you get these young kids experience, and it'll pay off down the line.
It will, and you see some of the young folks that Comer has, and you know, you got to think the future will be bright for them for years to come when you see them. Quarterback takes a snap, hands it back off, and he won't get much there. In fact, he won't get anything. In fact, he might have lost a couple yards. That's number 69 on the tackle and number 6, Cameron Gaddis, on the run.
Tristan Garrett coming in for the Tigers. They're just taking, plenty of time in between plays. They want to run that clock on out. 9:25 to go in the football game.
Running himself, and he is leveled, gets pushed out of bounds by number 5. That's Christian Smith with a huge hit on quarterback.
Keep running that clock at about the 35-yard line. Bring up 4th down and a yard.
I think they had Braylon Sims at quarterback.
Yeah.
And they got big old 21 Levi Curtis back there to punt it.
I mean, he's a man as a freshman.
He is. He's taller than Kamori Harris, I believe.
They can get a good snap, and they do. And the high climbing punt that's taken in and bobbled at the 29-yard line. B.B. Comer runs him down at about the 33.
Good job to juke a couple people out, but is brought down at the 33-yard line.
Noah Wimmer, one of the first to get down there for B.B. Comer.
Clock stops at 8:14.
Get the chain set, and I think they'll start the clock back. B.B. Comer will improve to 6-0. Sachs will fall to 0-6.
And this is kind of like a revenge game for B.B. Comer, you know, after getting smoked by them last year. You know, and Sachs had some really good seniors that went off to college.
Yep.
So that kind of lost some people there. But Barry Foster in at the bottom of the screen for Sachs.
I think I had to call a timeout because the play clock was running down. And we just can't get the clock running again for some reason. 42-6. B.B. Comer in total command. Bandits Bar and Grill. Best steak around is what I'm told. Bandits Bar and Grill on West Fort Williams in Sylacauga. Proud sponsor of high school football, and they provided our broadcast crew with supper tonight too. And Zach likes the crackers, don't you, buddy?
I do. They're quite nice. Lance Captain's wafers.
That's
You'll
right.
never have a better cracker.
There you go. Sometimes a little hard to open, but once we get them down, we're good. Hey, thanks to Sylacauga Glass, Deb and the folks down on Broadway here in Sylacauga, for all your glass needs, from automobiles to your home. It's Sylacauga Glass.
You got John Boozy in at center for Sachs. Man in motion. Gives it to him on the jet sweep. Cuts to the outside, makes one man miss. Makes a couple miss, and finally goes out of bounds after being pushed out by Colton Newsom.
Colton's a sophomore, 6'3", 158 pounds.
Flagged down, and it looks like it'll be on B.B. Comer. So they'll move it back.
That's going to go against Sachs.
Oh, Sachs.
You know, last year Sachs, I think they were 7-3 or something like that, and made the first round of the playoffs and lost to Trinity. Now Sachs is a 3A school. B.B. Comer's a 2A school. But they've got a pretty good program, just having an off year this year.
Oh, and that's a great catch, but a flag is down again.
You know, Kristen Jemison on the coverage, he's a freshman. But, you know, I didn't see that one, but I'm not down on the field either.
Christian guarding Christian.
Yeah.
Christian Smith was the wide receiver who caught the ball.
They mark it up at the 43-yard line.
Clock still. They're going to start moving it when they move the chains, and they will, reaching halfway through fourth quarter.
We'll be back somewhere next week with high school football. As we get into the second half of the season, we'll make a decision where we're going to be early next week and let you know.
Huge hole.
B.B. Comer grabbed him for the football, and they pick it up, too. Yeah. They snatched that football out.
Number 18. See who that is? That's Gabriel Clicker Newman.
Yeah.
And it looked like the running back had the outside, but, you know, I think he chose to try to run some guys over.
B.B. Comer was attacking the football. They were reaching to snatch that football out and were successful. They'll have it at their own 49-yard line now with 6:15 some change working here in this football game.
They were, and with B.B. Comer, it don't matter if you're up 30, down 30. Everybody's always rushing to the ball.
So first down and 10 at the 49.
and escapes a couple people in the backfield, and that is a great run. Finally pushed out of bounds by number 2 on there, Justin Cooper.
And he pushed 2 out of bounds. That's Tristan Garrett. To 29-yard line now.
Good run by Garrett, and he's had a bunch of monster runs tonight. Brandon Morgan at the top of your screen for B.B. Comer. Another run to Garrett. And he gets hits in the knees, but gets brought up and is finally brought down near the 25-yard line. Number 12 checking in for Comer. That's Dalen Borden. He's an 8th grader. Joseph Griffith in, and Gabriel Klecker-Newman, who got the fumble recovery earlier.
They just want that clock to run on out. Maybe Comer's got, I don't know if it's an injured player or got an equipment problem, but they're going to keep that clock moving.
I think he thought that that running back didn't have knee pads.
Maybe he did.
Looked like that was looking at. High snap. Finally gets it outside, but slung down by number 10. It was Dalen Borden who ran the ball, and number 10 who got to him. Marquise Gaffney on the tackle. He is a senior defensive lineman. Also seen him do some work on offense.
Timeout on the field. B.B. Comer calls a timeout. Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington. I've known Cindy for a number of years, and she works hard as our revenue commissioner in Talladega County. She's up on top of all the rules and regulations and guidelines that you have to go by as revenue commissioner. Does a fantastic job. Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington. Don't forget the property tax statements are going out in October, and so be watching for that in the mail. Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington. State Farm Agent Albia Steers on the Talladega Highway in Sylacauga for all your insurance needs, from homeowners to automobile insurance to truck insurance to boat and motorcycle insurance. It is your State Farm Agent Albia Steers, very involved in his community on the Talladega Highway in Sylacauga. State Farm Agent Albia Steers. B.B. Comer Alumni Association, wonderful, wonderful job that they do, supporting all the athletics at B.B. Comer. And it takes a team, and that's what they've got at B.B. Comer Alumni Association. We salute them bringing you high school football tonight.
Takes a snap around the 30-yard line.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, tries to lateral it backwards, but didn't work out. And either it was a bad lateral or Borden just wasn't where he needed to be.
Borden, the 8th grader. I think it was a bad pitch by the quarterback. Clock's running at 3:30 to go in the game.
Ian Denty in there on the offensive line. Cameron Gaddis checking in.
42-6. B.B. Comer hasn't scored a whole lot here in the second half. Matter of fact, they hadn't scored any. Hadn't had to. Now then they're looking to throw it. Imagine that. Now in trouble. Flush throws on the run, almost intercepted, and then almost caught.
Had petted open, but just was getting, trained down, and
you kind of knew that was going to happen with the way he was running around, and his offensive lineman got downfield.
3 guys, just chasing after him. Some 74 coming in there. That's Judson Murray.
So, B.B. Comer getting a lot of different people in the game now. Have to keep a scorecard now. So Sachs takes over on downs.
Ooh. I got scared for a second. He looked like number 11, Michael Kirksey, was going to go in there and pop him. But
like he shot out of a cannon.
He did. He flew 10 yards. He missed him, but
2:30 to go in the football game. Clock moving along. Not much left in this one. It's been B.B. Comer all night tonight. Tackle out of bounds on the far sideline.
Devin Harvey there to push him out of bounds. Looked like Sachs has an injured player being helped up by Kamori Harris. Always good to see that. That was Mason Stevens.
They're getting those first teamers back out of the game again now. Clock moving at under 2 minutes to go in the game. Been a good night, especially the first half of B.B. Comer. It was settled in. They led 42-0 at halftime.
Number 20, Josh Skelton, coming in there on defense for the B.B. Comer Tigers.
And let's see what we got now. Delay a game against B.B. Comer. You're trying to get all those players in and out of the game.
Yeah, it can be, it can take some time.
They move it to the 42-yard line now. One thing about B.B. Comer tonight, they've had their beta penalties. Goodness gracious. Tackle made by Brandon Morgan, the senior linebacker.
Also Jacob Swain in there.
Minute to go in the game. Who you got 20, Zach? Josh Skelton, the freshman?
Yes. Said his name.
Yeah.
Got number 70 on the line for
a lot of 8th and 9th graders in there now. B.B. Comer jumps offside.
It's number 53, Keyshawn Russell. He's a sophomore.
Yeah. That's another penalty against B.B. Comer.
And the only thing that B.B. Comer's really done that's negative in this game is, you know, just keep jumping off sides.
Josh Ruiz, the freshman, he checks in. Yeah, I bet they've had 12 or 13 penalties tonight, at least. Running down the sideline, trying to get him down all the way to the 22-yard line.
And that will likely end the game.
Moving him chains down the sideline at the 21-yard line, and we'll get one more play in, down to 10 seconds now. This will probably be the final play of the game. Quarterback keeps, and he's cut down at the 12-yard line as we tick to 0-0. As B.B. Comer with a commanding 42-0 lead at halftime, and they win this one 42-6. The Tigers move to 6-0 on the season. They'll remain ranked number 1 in the state of Alabama in 2A football, and you see B.B. Comer's team going out to meet the Sachs Wildcat football team. There's a lot of respect for these two teams for one another, and Coach Fawcett has certainly turned this program around at B.B. Comer, and they continue to thrive under his leadership. 42-6 tonight over the Sachs Wildcats. And Zach, this was over early, wasn't it?
It was. It looked like it was over in the first quarter.
B.B. Comer jumped out to a 14-0 lead and win it in convincing fashion by a score of 42-6. Remember, Sachs is a 3A football team. B.B. Comer's a 2A team. But tonight it was all BBC. We appreciate you joining us for high school football, brought to you by Serra Automotive on Highway 280 in Sylacauga, Sylacauga Glass, Earlene's Florist, State Representative District 33 Ben Robbins, Donahue Physical Therapy, Marble City Pharmacy, AMIA, Coosa Valley Medical Center, Community Funeral Home, Talladega County Revenue Commissioner Cindy Pennington, your State Farm agent Albia Steers, B.B. Culver Alumni Association, and Bandits Bar and Grill, bringing you Tiger football tonight. 42-6 win, and we'll see you again somewhere next week for more high school football. Zach, let's do it again next time.
Okay.
All right. We're gone from Legion Stadium. Have a great weekend. B.B. Culver 42, and the Sax Wildcats 6.